My name is Rashaad Pearson. I'm with Assassins DC, and I'm lead artistic director for Urban Artistry. I grew up in New York City, in Harlem, and then moved to Queens when I was a teenager. In Harlem, actually, my grandmother, her name is Bernice McFarland. She's actually performed at the Savoy Ballroom as a singer and a dancer. I also have a relative, I think it's my great uncle. His name is Henry Minton. He owned a jazz club in Harlem called the Minton's Playhouse. And this is the place where all of the jazz greats used to go and basically jam together. This club was also the place that they coined the musical term of bebop. So it's actually from there. So obviously music is pretty much a part of what I do. I didn't, I guess, have direct contact with the Playhouse or even some of the people, but I think somewhere along the line it was being passed down until it got to me. So I'm kind of grateful for it. The lead artistic director leads the shows. We lead in the artistic growth of the dancers in the company, and in more than one way. Not only in performance, not only in the dance aspect, but just how you think. You know, so my job is to help people, to cultivate people, to open up into the other things and possibilities in the movement, and in their personal lives and what they want to do in general, you know. So that's my role as lead artistic director. Really interesting. It wasn't something that I ever thought that I would be doing, because in the beginning stages I was just like, no, I want to dance, I want to go overseas and just battle, and I'm going to make money and teach a class. That's all I knew. But once I started getting more into the creative process of the shows and really started reading into this stuff, I noticed that I had a different calling. The types of dance styles that I do and practice, primarily popping is my first love. It's number one. This is not gonna get out of my blood. But I also do hip hop, and I did do a little bit of hip hop dancing just growing up. Didn't know it was called hip hop, but we were just dancing to the music. I also do locking and house and a little bit of whacking. But I try to participate or celebrate all of the different dances. I also do another style called strutting, which is out of the Bay Area, California, and specifically San Francisco. The thing that really rings out about strutting is the soul. Everyone always talks about being funky, but the music that strutting is specifically done on is soul music, R&B, funk. I mean, it runs deep on that, and it brings me back to my family. So I feel grounded when I start doing that. You know, I really feel like I'm at peace. I'm whole when I do that movement. A dance teacher is the guy that stands in front of the class with a mirror and 30 people behind you and says 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. An educator is one that's going to stand in front of the class with the mirror and 30 people behind you and tells you, hey, here's some of the things that I have. I'm going to share it with you. Take it home. Try it different. Okay. Here's the fundamentals. Take it home. Try it different. A mentor is the guy that says, hey, what are you doing today? You know, hey, are you interested in learning some stuff? You know, let's hang out. Okay. This is the guy that invites you into his home and says, your family, you know, takes you under his wing and shows you the ropes, you know, not just in movement, but in life. My dance partner, Ryan Webb, aka Future, yeah, it's amazing, man. Like he started actually as just a partner that I was training with, not thinking that we were going to be doing things together. And then it started turning into, I was showing him a lot of what I knew and I was learning from house, about the culture and dance. And then quickly turning into, because he learned so fast, him just being my homie and one of my best friends, and then my partner. So we understand each other. We're like two peas in the pod, and we understand each other in movement. And I think that, and I'm sorry, I'll have to be arrogant, but I think we have a chemistry that's untouchable. And not to say that people can't beat us, but I mean, they can't beat us in our hearts. We're strong like that, and I think that that's our partnership. We're assassins to the core. So, yeah.